Hi, my name is Troy, and I'm going to show to you the Muay Thai cross and cross punch. But before that, the first and most important thing you should do in any physical activity is to stretch, right? So take your arm, and you stretch all the way over. For a certain amount of time, grab your arm, other arm, you stretch the other way. Shoulder across. These kind of activities will help you prevent injuries and also help you warm up your muscles. Touch your toes, stretch out your back, because even though it's a single, it looks like a single motion, you're really using a vast majority of your body to do one single motion to get the maximum power and speed. So before you throw any kind of punch, what you need to do is get in the proper stance. The proper Muay Thai stance would be, if you take your feet and you make a T by the heels, make a T by the heels, you step out shoulder width apart, and this foot is slightly angled, right? So see me, my hips are straight, my hips are square, and my shoulders are square. Unlike boxing, which your stance would be more like this. American boxing, your stance would be like this, and your cross would be like this, and you have less, you can stretch less, you have less reach in that manner. But if you're in the right, and if you're in the correct Muay Thai stance, and your hips and shoulders are square, you can get the maximum extension. So what you want to do first, you get the right hands, and you put them right under your eyes. You keep your shoulders up, and your elbows in. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So before you do any kind of punch, this is your correct stance. Shoulders up, chin tucked, and hands up. The real origin of a punch comes from the base of your feet, and it grows all the way up into your hips like a whip. So the process would be to turn your ankle slightly, and your kneecap would follow, your whole hips would follow as well, and you would extend out. Make sure you can see it's in a direct line of sight, and you pull back just the same. It comes like right here. So your hips are still square, your shoulders are still square, everything's still square, but you get the most extension and power out of your punch. So again, it starts in the feet. Twist, twist, hips, extend, all the way up, eye length, keep your shoulder tucked so you can't get hit in the jaw like that. Don't want to get knocked out, of course. You bring it back. In a fast motion, you be like that. But you bring it back as fast as you can, because if you leave your elbow out there, you can just get countered, you can get taken down. It's so easy to get hurt. You always have to be safe. That's what everything's about. It's about safety. And this kind of stance helps you provide the best safety so that your whole body is covered. So outside of, your ribs up to your, pretty much your ribs up to your head is covered. Because if anything, if the person were to throw a counter punch, just put your hands up and back down. But I'm still in the same stance, so if I need to throw a punch, I can do it just again. He does Jiu-Jitsu, Kung Fu, karate, boxing, right? But yeah, whatever. This is just going to be an example on the effectiveness of the punch. I'm not going to really punch him, of course, but this is how it should look. Hands are up, you're still in your correct position, shoulders and hips square, and you cross. And that's how he can parry you. But at the same time, it still gets you the most distance. See, if I were this close, I can get a lot of distance out of that and a lot of power as well, because you're extending all the way out, going all the way back fast. Typical in the right back. I would suggest is that you should practice a lot. If you want to do it very well, if you want to be quick at it, if you want to be quick at it, practice a lot. What I was always taught was to practice in the mirror. It's called shadow boxing. So you'll sit and you'll practice the same moves for hours and hours and hours, just to see how it looks, how it should look, and so you can critique yourself very accurately. Awesome. Again, after you perform any physical activity, before and after, you always want to stretch. So after I'm sure if you do it well and go hard, your arms are going to be sore. Normally it's your shoulder muscles, and the side of your ribs that are the most sore. So you go back to the same kind of stretches. Normally say 10 to 20 second stretches. Take your time, breathe, get your cool down stretches in. Take your time. You gotta get it all out so you don't hurt the next day, so you can keep training, keep going hard. After that, you can do more advanced moves like crosses, uppercuts. It all comes with time. It all comes with practice. This relates to motor learning and the cognitive psychology, because you are using the same muscles over and over and over again. It becomes muscle memory, so that it's almost natural. It's almost second nature to do the exact same things in the correct times.
So it's also a learned skill.
It is an excellent learning skill. It's also a very learned skill. I would suggest practice until you're excellent at it.